been stuck behind a vehicle stopped at a traffic light that has turned green and the vehicle is moving forward? Becoming irritated, you look closer at the driver that is in front of you through their rear window and notice that they're too busy talking on a cell phone. Texting or conversing on a cellular phone can cause poor driving performance, which could cause serious accidents, if not a fatal one. Everyone should be aware of this serious hazard that lurks us on the road. Not using a cell phone while driving can not only save your life, but you could save the life of your passenger, or the drivers, or even the pedestrians that we cross paths with on the road. I'm a driver, and most of the time I have my wife and children with me. My concern for their safety is my first priority. I will refrain from using my cell phone while driving, and you should too. We need to say no to using a cell phone while driving. Our community needs to be aware of this problem by informing them of what the problem is, how it is a problem, and what to do about it. So what are the hazards of driving while talking on a cell phone? We need to be informed of the dangers of using a cell phone while driving an automobile. The Journal of Social Psychology showed that the Department of Teacher Education and Psychology from Dixon State University performed a study showing that driver cell phone use does cause driver to have aggression. In one experiment, they had a driver remain motionless at a stoplight that had turned green. Half of their tests, they visibly talked on a handheld cell phone. The other half, they did not. The other drivers exhibited their frustration by honking the horns more quickly and frequently than the drivers with no cell phones. The Journal of Experimental Psychology stated that there is an ample evidence that driving performance is negatively affected by simultaneously conversing on a cell phone. The experiment showed that cell phone and passenger conversation differ in their impact on drivers' performance. Results showed that the number of driving errors was highest in the cell phone conditions. They also determined that the level of impairment is comparable to being intoxicated at a blood alcohol level of 0.08. Telecommunications Report informed their readers that a Metrolink passenger train and a Union Pacific freight train collided in the late 2008. The collision killed 25 people and injured more than 130 people. It just so happens that the Metrolink engineer sent and received text messages at the time of the collision. And the National Safety Board was able to obtain proof from the records obtained from Verizon Wireless that the text messages were sent and received from the engineer's cell phone minutes before the condition. Because of this fatal accident, it has finally opened the eyes of numerous leaders and lawmakers, such as the West Virginia Governor Joe Manchin, which stated that text messaging and talking on a cell phone while driving is dangerous, and that we would support legislation banning the activities. So, if it's illegal to be driving under the influence of alcohol, shouldn't it be the same for driving while texting or conversing on a cell phone? If they're banning cell phone use from train operators, why don't we ban cell phone use from drivers that operate vehicles that aren't guided on a track? We need to stop using cell phones while driving in order to save lives. People need to be informed of the hazards of using a cell phone while driving. Newspaper and TV commercial ads can inform others that cell phone use while driving is a serious risk. We need to also let friends and families and co-workers know that the risks of using a cell phone while driving. And contacting our local representative about concerns for this particular issue can be beneficial. Our concerns need to be heard. And we need to stay calm while encountering someone distracted from a cell phone while driving. Becoming aggressive will only make us become hazards ourselves. Honking our horn aggressively and continuously will only bull up aggressiveness and hostility. This will only create more problems. We need to lead by example as well. If your cell phone rings while driving, do not answer it. If you feel that a call is important, pull over to the side of the road before you answer that call. Turn the cell phone off or on silent until you have reached your destination. Becoming more knowledgeable of the problem, staying calm when encountering the hazard, and refraining from yourself from using a cell phone will reduce chances of accidents or worse, fatalities on the road. Taking a stand against the use of cell phones while driving will prevent injuries and fatalities on the road. Informing people about this hazard will make them knowledgeable, allowing them to make a wise choice. The risk analysis stated that the Cellular Telecommunications and Association, the CTIA, said that more research is encouraged. CTIA insists that driver education on the use of cell phones is more effective than sanctions. Staying calm will also prevent you from becoming a hazard yourself. However, the most important solution is yourself leading by example. It will show others that this is a serious issue. We need to inform one another. We need to stop one another. And we need to stand with one another against cell phone use while driving an automobile. Or this could happen to you or a loved one.
Hi, Jay. I make jewels. Fancy you. Cass. It's not even funny now. We're just going to remember.
So let me ask you, who is tired of these preventable tragedies? If you're not so much concerned about your life, at least think about your passengers, or the driver that passes by, or pedestrians. Think about the family that might be crossing the road before you answer that phone call while driving by. Join with me and slap on that bumper sticker on your car that says, "Hang up and drive."